page 40 towards the bottom. Because you didn't fall for an ordinary writer, you fell for the leader of a revolution, Zayden. I said that's hot.
That's hot. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Welcome back, writers. Or are you a flyer? We're flyers.
Welcome back.
We're flyers.
Roamers.
We're writers. We're roamers and we're writers. Flyers is for later on.
Right.
But
welcome back.
Welcome back, guys. Another book review. Now you might be wondering, oh my god, wait.
Yeah, this is Isabella.
I am Isabella. Then with my co-host.
That's it. It's just Isabella.
It's just me. It's a solo show. No, and with Emmy.
I'm dead.
Guys, y'all should know us by now. But with that being said, we did not do a March book review. Maybe like, oh my god, where'd it go? Did you guys not do it? We did, but unfortunately, with life and how big this book is,
you see how big she is. And this is the baby edition. Like, don't get me started on the publisher's editions already, because I'm upset. The difference between my two books is crazy.
Yeah, that is the UK version of
it's Zayden and Violet.
Don't say that. No,
if I go get my Fourth Wing book.
Yeah, no, but this is the UK publishing version of it, so it's more contextualized. Like, it's shorter and smaller print, but regardless, it took us 2 months to read this book, to properly digest it and appreciate the book, because it was definitely a fun ride. But before we get into the review, we decided to do a little cocktail. It's a mocktail, guys. There's no alcohol in it, but a little mocktail for the book review, because why not? There's more. So this is my cocktail specifically for Andarna, and this is with edible glitter. But what's great about this, we don't know what color it's gonna be.
Okay. It's
so
a surprise.
It's a surprise. So
liquid activated mystery color. Okay.
So, we're gonna do our best to make this spoiler free. But
no,
if you're watching this without having read Fourth Wing, I'm a little confused.
No, actually, well, what we did for Fourth Wing was that we kept it spoiler free up to a certain point, but it's going to be a little difficult for this because we're already speaking about the world. So
yeah. So the drink alone, this beverage alone already
is kind of a spoiler.
It's a spoiler. So
wait, hold on. I have to open
here,
my.
grab scissors.
No, this thing has a little.
Ooh, a little pixie dust.
Oh my god! Why is it so glittery?
Okay, ready?
Yeah, hold on. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Oh! Wait, this is like our podcast colors.
It's literally a birth of what's it called?
It's you and I. No, it's you and I. I'm green and you're red. That's actually pretty funny.
Wait, I want to mix it, but now I can't because I don't have a straw.
It's okay. But yeah, guys.
Oh my god, look how cute! This is our dragon colors. Damn, why is this glitter so... It's everywhere.
This is okay, to guys. For you guys that don't know, this is like our podcast colors. Emmy loves being the color red and I like being the color green, and we got each other's. Wait, we can taste it. It tastes like nothing.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh wait, it changed color.
Now my lips are. Look at my hands. Oh.
Anyway, isn't that fun, guys? And she's glittery.
My book is gonna get even more messed up.
She's glittery. Okay, now we have to taste it.
Okay.
So this is with an Olipop orange cream. Oh, you're not gonna like this, but I don't care. With an immunity shot with a little turmeric.
Yeah, I'm not gonna like this one bit. I don't like orange.
Well, more for me.
I'm trying to flip.
That's good.
Swish it around.
I like it. Try it. Even if you don't like it.
Ew. Ew.
She says ew because she doesn't like orange. But if you like oranges...
But keep it in the video for the aesthetic. What the fuck?
I gotta put them on.
No,
they're gonna
right
melt.
here.
They're gonna melt. It's gonna be watering. Gross.
Okay, just some here.
Okay.
I'll have some.
Oh, they look like dragon eggs.
That's what I'm saying. Look how cute they are.
But yes.
The glitter is everywhere, Isabella.
I don't care. Anyway, guys,
let's
have fun. Let's have fun. So with that being said, yes, this tastes really good. I love it. If you like orange, you're gonna like this.
It doesn't taste like orange though. It tastes like turmeric.
What? That tastes like orange.
Yeah, mine tastes like turmeric. You maybe put more turmeric in mine.
I put the equal amount. It tastes the same.
It tastes like turmeric.
It does not. Anyway, now let's get into.
What do you mean it does not? There's turmeric in it, so it would taste like turmeric. My taste buds could be more associated to the turmeric. Maybe it's more aligned.
Yeah, honestly, I feel like it's gonna become. But isn't that interesting though?
Yeah,
it's
cool how it turns. This is actually really cool.
Each packet is a different color. You don't know what you're gonna get.
Where'd you get them?
From the black market.
What?
Walmart. So, that's.
Anyways,
that's so. Don't drink it. I don't want you coughing and hackling all.
I'm not coughing in it.
The beverage is good, guys. Like I said, if you like oranges, if you like a mimosa, you'll like this. Yeah. But it's not with alcohol, so I don't know what we're.
So you won't like it.
Just add a champagne and it'll be even better. Replace the Olipop with champagne, and you'll be good. Okay.
Anyways, let's get into it because this video is going to be long enough.
Yes.
Welcome to the Iron Flame book review. Yeah, so Iron Flame was a journey.
Sorry, I'm trying to get the notes. What the fuck?
I have it right here.
Oh, you do? Okay, fantastic.
Yeah. Okay. Well, like we said, we welcome back. Now, we did talk about spoilers, but there's no way to not have spoilers.
No, sorry guys. So if you haven't read Fourth Wing and you're just here for vibes, enjoy them.
Enjoy vibes. Or if you just want us to relay all the information to you.
Oh, yes, correct.
We're going to preface, our book reviews are less structured in the sense of like the serious plot points. It's more about like our emotions throughout the book. And like specifically we have Fable, we have a book club on Fable. So as we read along, we tried it for this is the first book we're doing it with. We tried along and we write comments in the chapters that we want to write comments for, because in the Fourth Wing book, if you watch that, it was a little scattered because we had written them down ourselves, like personal notes. So it was a little more difficult. But she was reading this on her Kindle, so it was only by chapters instead of specific pages. But still, that's the way we're going to be doing it. Not really like.
Well, it makes sense. When we did the Fourth Wing review, I did it by page specifically to like point out that one detail that I want to talk about. But the way Fable does it, they do it in chapters, and it does make the most sense. It's like with reading that chapter, reflecting on the comment that we made, like, oh, I remember what's going on in this chapter. Yeah, exactly. Rather than pinpointing the page.
The page, exactly. So, and it's just more structured that way. So definitely follow us on Fable if you guys are interested in that, and then comment your own things as well. We'd love to see it. So, yes. And the good thing about Fable is that since it's by chapter, if you're not there yet, you're not going to be reading those comments.
Exactly.
Unless you have no control and you just do it.
Okay.
But so you have a synopsis on here? Yeah. Okay. So it says, did you ChatGPT this?
Nope.
Oh, okay. It says, in Iron Flame, Violet Sorrengail returns to Basquiat War College as a second-year student after managing to survive the trials of her first year and coming across several new revelations about the political... Who wrote this? Machinations brewing across the continent. Where'd you get this from?
Well, at the end, I put my reference. I'm not going to reference it first.
Oh, okay. With the second year of training comes newer, more brutal, and unforgiving tests, plus new enemies who are keenly aware she knows they'd prefer her not to possess. Why is this rhyming? Moreover, she doesn't know exactly who she can trust and where she can turn for help. No, where she can turn to for help, sorry. Armed with the power of her signet, her two dragons, and her own will, Violet must use whatever resources she has at her disposal to find a new way to survive. The Bibliophile.
That's where I got it from. And it's actually pretty cool. They do a bunch of like book to movies, synopsis, breakdowns. It's a cool website. But I didn't look too deep into it because I didn't want to spoil myself by accident. But yeah. We're going to get into it. So we're going into the spoiler version into this. Sorry, guys. Very, very...
We've been saying already that
I know, but I like to make sure. Like, if you have not read, or if you're not up to date, if you haven't finished the book yet... This whole thing is spoilers
at this point.
No.
Since the beginning.
Yes, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Exactly. Okay,
Anyway. Okay, so...
I keep forgetting this was yellow.
Right? Isn't that cool? Okay, so I don't even know where to start before we get into our, like...
Basically,
Fable thingy-majig.
Yeah, we talked about our predictions for Iron Flame in our last video. So, are there any predictions that you remember that you made?
Well, okay. I did expect them to continue like planning to go into battle with the Venom. Right. I didn't expect it to actually happen in this book. I was kind of scared with where Violet's and Xaden's relationship was gonna go because we knew they were gonna become separated and stuff. So I was like, oh gosh. where, in terms of from the author's perspective, where is this gonna go? So I did have my hesitations. I was really excited to get to know Brennan, but I didn't know.
And also, I was excited about Mira finding out.
Yes. Oh my god. Yes. Yes. Seeing her reaction, and then I kind of
seeing how people reacted to Liam dying.
Yes.
Like the other friends.
Yeah. It shows like it's such a great continuation. Like there's no like a time jump.
Oh yeah, there's no time.
There's no time jump.
There's no time. Like it literally from where book 1 ends, it
immediately.
And what's interesting is that I was watching a bunch of interviews with Rebecca and everything. Fourth thing takes place over a year. This place takes place over 6 months.
Really?
Yeah. Mind you, it's supposed to be 5 books. Remember.
We're getting a time jump. It's not Onyx Storm. I think we're gonna get a time jump. I think we are.
I don't think so.
I think so.
I think the whole 3-year college thing is out the door at this point. I don't think,
It's not, but anyway.
I think it is out the door.
It's not. It's not.
What do you mean it's not? Like,
it's not. No.
Is just not a college.
Basgayeth? Basgayeth?
Everyone calls it Basgayeth.
It's Basgayeth. Yeah, I listened to the audiobook. It's Basgayeth.
That's how they pronounce it there, but that's how she said it in her interview.
Let me just say this.
She doesn't even know how to pronounce her own stuff.
That's what I was gonna say. Like,
okay, so it doesn't
even
matter.
like a little hot take. Yeah, she doesn't even know how to pronounce.
So I can say whatever I want.
In the world, but
so I can say whatever I want.
But we also got to know even more about Indarna. I was really scared about her. I was like, oh my god, like something that happened to her. But she turned into a little sassy animal, sassy dragon.
I like it though, it's because she's a teenager.
Yes. Okay, when we get to that chapter,
I'm trying to. No, this is in the club lobby. You put it in the club lobby.
I did for myself.
Oh, okay. Because I was like, why is that in the lobby?
So then I can see it.
Yeah, this is the kickoff.
I don't know what chapter it was. I am kind of upset. I wish I put which chapter it was. Okay, so in the notes, I put fish legs equals Violet. Now, to those that don't know who what fish legs is, he is a character in How to Train Your Dragon. If you have seen the movies, he is the person that like cites all these like textbook facts about each dragon, and especially in the first book. And when I rewatched How to Train Your Dragon, I was like, oh my god, this is Violet.
Right.
Because Fishlegs, when he's anxious, when he's about, in the training with everyone else, with Hiccup, he's citing all these things about like how to like protect themselves from the dragon, and you're learning along with him, and it's really interesting. And I remember in the for the Fourth Wing review, I mentioned how a lot of book reviewers thought it was kind of corny for Violet to like have that characteristic of her. So it'd be like, oh, when she's anxious, he's gonna give us all the history and like rundown and all that stuff. And I was like, but that's been done before. I thought this was the first time we've seen it. No, it's not. Like this type of personality has been done before, and specifically How to Train Your Dragon. So I was like, oh wait, that's actually really, really smart. And I'm really excited to see how they're gonna depict it, because specifically in How to Train Your Dragon, like he verbalizes it and everyone's like, shut up, like no one cares, we're all scared, we're all like worried about if we're gonna die in this training or not. Unlike Violet, it seems like a voiceover. It doesn't seem like she's actually saying it out loud, from my interpretation. So I'm curious to know if that's how they're gonna take it, either voiceover, saying it out loud.
Oh, you mean for the
facts and like the history?
Yeah, I think it's gonna be something she mumbles to herself.
Yeah, I don't even know where to go from now.
That's
I guess
why you said fish. Okay.
Well, that's like a no.
We'll get into the book. We'll get into the book. So if, like I said, we have our FRC Book Club on Fable. You can follow us there if you want. We always launch first day of every month what the next book is going to be. We've already kind of said what our next book is going to be. Great Big Beautiful Life by Emily Henry. It's literally coming in today as I speak.
Yes.
But yeah, so we always like to comment our little stuff on here. We kicked it off when did we kick it off? Literally, 7 weeks ago.
Oh wow, yeah,
mind you,
a month and a half.
We're not even slow readers. It's just that we have so much
going on.
We have so much
going on, yeah.
And then you posted that in the club lobby. Like, I guess we'll get to it when we get to it, because I don't remember what chapter
that's
it is.
what I'm saying.
I don't remember what chapter
regret not writing. I regret not putting it in the chapter.
So we're just going to go chapter by chapter, okay?
Yes.
Because we can't really summarize the book. It's too much to summarize. But it's fun to go through the comments that we did, like, put there.
Yes.
And then see what we wrote and remember. And see if we remember. So chapter 1. Oh, I just said we are so back rebels.
Yeah, love it.
Why did I say rebel?
Because it is the rebellion.
Right.
It is,
right.
yes.
Sorry. Yeah, because she wakes up and then Brennan.
She's like, what the frick?
Yeah. Okay, chapter 2. We have. Oh, I put, oh my god, Endorna's a teenager. Also, those black scales with a shimmer of purple. I know she looks badass.
Oh, I know she looks so pretty. I know she does. Yes, it's giving Night Fury.
Yeah, that's what I. You know what? Everyone says that they picture Taryn as freaking. What's it called? Toothless. I picture Endarna as toothless.
I picture Endarna as toothless. Right? Taryn, we picture from it's
Taryn. That's literally how the whole fandom pronounces it, and Rebecca Yarros pronounces it.
Okay, well, Taryn?
Yeah,
Taryn.
That's how I originally pronounced it, and then I got told it was not that.
Because it's like Taryn or something like that. Whatever.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah.
Okay.
Chapter 3?
Chapter 3.
There's 2 posts, so I think you...
I did.
Yeah. You said...
Oh, yes. Okay. You humbled me. Okay, so I said, period. Oh, my God, not this modern dialogue. So in my mind, unfortunately, with my Gen Z chronically online self, when I read it, I was like, period. And I was like, why is she writing it like that? That is my fault. But then Emmy humbled me and educated me. No, that's not how one reads it. It's just how we have recontextualized the word in
because if you watch like older shows, 2000s, 90s shows, they'll say period, but they don't mean it like period. They mean it like no period point blank.
Who said that? Was it Cardi B or Megan?
I don't know who.
Someone did it, or even like Nicki. Someone did it.
Somebody has but I know exactly what you're talking about on here. But she doesn't have a physical copy because she did Kindle. But anyways, mine says page 40 towards the bottom. Because you didn't fall for an ordinary writer, you fell for the leader of a revolution, Zayden. I said that's hot.
That's hot. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. I'm sick. Like, listen,
I don't remember writing that.
This is not the first time, but the amount of times like I said it to myself out loud. Hey, that's hot. Next, like it's
I just had to point that one out because I even did a page number for that one.
Like,
so I had to. Anyways,
okay.
Chapter 4. We have 1 post.
At least she hasn't summoned a storm yet. I put this is foreshadowing.
For her mom.
I don't know. I wish I guessed like what that meant, but I definitely know that Rebecca was saying something, but in context of maybe like Onyx Storm, maybe foreshadowing something even larger in the 3rd book.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? No, that was like the way that was said in this conversation.
I think it's about her mom though, because this is when they're talking to her mom, like when they get back.
Oh, yes, yeah. Because they're like, "What the fray? Y'all died." Wait, I didn't mean that. For what do you mean? How are y'all here? Yeah.
That's when they get back, and then they have to like confront like the leader and everyone to be like, where were you guys? You know what went down. You know,
of course,
trying to suss them out.
Yeah,
that was chapter 4. Chapter 5. This is the one where the first line is "Riders party as hard as we fight." So this is like that fight or the party celebration after whatever. But you put something and I replied. What'd you put? This
was for a character. I said the brown braid nearly reaching her waist. What is the hair routine?
For chapter 5?
Or 7.
We're on chapter 5, girl.
Oh. You just
Yeah, I just said it.
Oh, sloshed, right. Another piece of modern dialogue.
No!
That's my guys, I'm sorry.
I replied, is it though? LOL.
You did you did, but sloshed.
Being sloshed? I don't think that it's just a weird word, but I don't think it's modern. I just think it's weird.
When I say modern dialogue, it's like the usage of the word.
Rebecca has said in a couple interviews that she imagines them to have American dialect. It's not British dialect or European dialect.
That cancels half of my cast.
Exactly. No! Who says they can't do American accents?
But the British accent's
Who says they can't do American accents? Oh. No, but I also picture them American. Why does everything always have to be European because it's medieval or fantasy?
No, Emilio is so out of the question.
He's out of the question.
He's so out of the question.
Anyways,
now.
For chapter 6, we didn't have anything written, but chapter 7, Issa has something.
I said the braid is the braid.
Oh, the brown braid immediately, which is okay.
Was it Justinia? I think it's Justinia that she has a long braid. I think that's why. But
I don't know.
Anyway, okay, chapter 8.
Chapter 8.
Oh, yes. Okay. I said Dane needs to get Dane needs to check Cat's teeth because there has to be a bone stuck in there decaying or something. And that's a quote from the book. And then I said to that quote, so all of a sudden everyone has experience in taking care of dragon dental hygiene, right? Because she was saying how Dane's dragon's breath smells bad. And it's like, I didn't know we were brushing their teeth and making sure it was squeaky clean and it smells nice.
He was eating something, that's probably why.
Exactly, yeah. And
I wrote for page 77. It's a quote. What is it? You'd have thought your mother would have held off the storm last year, considering you were crossing. And then I said, that's so funny because Issa mentioned it could have been her mom who made it rain, but Violet is right. Her mom isn't that cruel, but she also wouldn't help by taking it away.
Right. And I said,
remember how you said when she was crossing the parapet?
That's her signet. That
it could have been her mom who was
causing the storm. Correct. Yeah.
With the rain, but
it's a theory that everyone was saying. Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't think, like I said, I don't think she's that cruel. Like she would want her daughter to succeed. She wouldn't make it harder for her.
I don't think it's necessarily making it harder, but I just find it a little bit of a coincidence for her to making it coincidentally make it difficult the day that she's crossing.
She's Madame Horrible.
She is.
Anyways, we go through chapter 8. We go through chapter 9, 10, 11 without writing any notes. That must mean it was a little boring. No, I'm just kidding.
No,
or just not something that we need to.
No, towards the end, I forgot to write notes because I was so into the book. I was like, I don't know what chapter I'm on. I don't even want to write a note. I want to enjoy this.
Oh no! Every time I had something that gagged me, I was like, I gotta write it. But yeah, chapter 11 is like, I think when she's meeting with Justinia again to start getting the books.
Oh yes,
she starts getting the books,
the journals.
Yeah, and then she gets a letter from Mira because they're allowed to like write letters
because
to
it's sophomore year. Sophomore year.
Yeah, they're allowed to get.
Which is like, I'm not gonna lie. That's emotionally distressing. For a whole year, you cannot communicate with your family.
That is distressing.
It's like, well, yeah, I don't even. That's horrible.
And then we have
that's torture.
This is when like Bodhi and Violet start to, what's it called? I feel like bond more because Bodhi's like the one who's sending Zayd and everything, like checkups on and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, mind you, they can. What's it called? They have like this thing where Zayden and Violet
we
get to see each other every week.
No, so he's graduated. So right now she's in her sophomore year, but at Basgayeth, you're there for 3 years. So Zayden, when he met Violet, he was in his 3rd year. So now he's graduated to like a lieutenant or something. Like he's outside doing like actual missions.
He's in the ranks now.
Yeah, he's in the ranks. He's actually doing missions right now. So unfortunately, they cannot see each other as like day-to-day basis. But
Tarn and Sigil or whatever.
Yeah, Tarn and Sigil can't be away from each other for more than a week.
Not even. They can't even be away from each other for more than like 3 or 4 days.
3 or 4 days.
But the people are only giving them every week.
Once a week to see them. Yeah, to see each other. So either Violet goes sees him or he comes and sees her.
It just alternates. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then we also have.
But they write letters to
We also have a new people that are appointed, like the leaders of the school. So you have, I forget the other person's name, but we have Varish, and then there's someone else.
I don't know.
Let's see, chapter 12. These are all you.
Oh yeah, so I said, like a moth to a damned flame, a girl better than Revenge Taylor's version came to mind immediately, and I did not clock that she was a Swiftie at the time. I just found out today, like a few hours ago, that the author is a Swiftie.
Mm-hmm.
And then another quote: "You said the only thing that can kill a venom is what powers the wards." And then I said, girl, the only person I know who can extend wards is Mira, and if she dies, oh my fucking god.
Yeah, but there's other people who can extend wards, I'm sure.
Well,
Mira can't be the only one who exists with that signet.
Oh no, but that's the thing, in the context of with the Violet and stuff, it seems like she is.
Right.
That's the thing. So, and specifically, I said can extend the wards. So it's like there is a connection there with Mira. Once again, there is a slight foreshadowing there that we did find out later down the line in the story. That Mira, as of now, she can't create wards, but she can extend them. So there I don't know, maybe she has to like unlock that level or something within her power. But it was really cool. I was like, okay, that's a minor detail that I have to remember.
Chapter 13, you wrote something as well.
A hand curls over the top of my shoulder from behind me. My heart surges, beating painfully in my ears. I thought it was Dane. I thought it was Dane. Yeah, I literally closed the book and walked away. I was like, if it's Dane.
At this point in the book also, she's pissed with Dane because she knows Dane betrayed her trust, and worked with his dad to like basically get together to kill them, like at the war games.
Mm-hmm.
And so she's pissed with Dane because he invaded her privacy and read her memories or whatever.
Because from what we gathered specifically with Dane's signet, he can only read the memories when he's physically touching her. So that's when she was like, "Oh my god!" Like
that's why he wasn't killed.
Yeah,
because they can use.
Because he thought she thought it was him. She's like, "Oh my god, Dane is touching me. I'm fucked."
I'm fucked.
Again.
They're just trying to hide the secret of what they saw at the War Games, which is the Venom and the Viren.
Mm-hmm.
Viren?
Wyvern? Wyvern, yeah.
That's how you say it? Wyvern?
Yes.
Like Wyborn?
Yes. Based off
Wyvern.
Based off of the audiobook.
Okay,
y'all.
Wyvern. The Venom and the Wyvern, basically. Yeah. Anyways, we didn't do anything for chapter 14. Chapter 15, we have Isabella saying some stuff again.
So it seems like someone died every few chapters. Also, they have horses and cows and rabbits in this universe fire.
Yeah, how are the dragons supposed to eat?
Well, like, I don't know. It's just like these, I don't know. Sorry. Well, because there's mystical beings being the dragons.
You did it again.
I did. Oh, sorry. Period. Yes, guys. I'm sorry.
Sure, I'm sick of the modern language. Period. Like, girl, you do realize.
Once again, the Megan really isn't in. Concreted in my mind. I think it was Megan. Anyway.
Chapter 16 and 17 were dead silent. Chapter 18, we have, I said, Xaden and Violet fighting through their bond is so funny. And then Riddick, Rhiannon, and Sawyer watching is so real. I love that scene. I love that scene. You know what I'm talking about exactly?
I think so. I believe
when they were standing outside of he came to visit, and she's like, why are you keeping secrets from me? Like, tell me, and they're like fighting. Sorry, I'm trying to clip this here. Like, they're fighting, but they're fighting mentally. And then Rhiannon and them are like waiting by the door for them to come back or for Violet to go with them to eat or something. And Rhiannon's like, I think they're fighting. And then Riddick and Sawyer and her are just standing there and they're like mentally like fighting.
That's what I'm like.
Like, mind you, it is dead silent. It is dead silent. That's why it's so funny. Yeah, see, like she's trying to ask him questions about. He's asking her questions about what she's reading. This is the point where she's reading, and he's like, "Why are you trying to dig deeper? Like, you're gonna get yourself like her, you know, like this isn't
because of Dane. Like, if Dane finds out what you're reading about,
or not even Dane, just like in general, like if she's getting books from the archives that are restricted because a student had just died or got killed off because he took out a book that he wasn't supposed to, and Varys killed him. So that's why they were fighting, and then. And then Riddick scratches the top of his head. I think they're fighting. And then they're like...
See, okay, it's times like this where, like, think about this with real people. It looks a little corny. If you were to visualize it, it looks a little corny. But
reading it is funny.
But when you think of it animated, that's, I think, the comedic aspect is even funnier. Because you could just immediately cut to them. You're like, oh, I think they're fighting. But realistically, when using live action, it doesn't translate the best.
You never know, though. It depends how they do it.
I guess it would have to be like I'm trying to picture that like a voiceover or something, but even then,
voiceover is the way it would be.
Even
not
then,
voiceover, it'd be like internalized voiceover. Like,
oh yes, only us the audience would hear it.
Wow. No, like between Xaden and Violet, like
it would be like echoey.
It would be the same if it was Taryn and got me fucked up. If it was Taryn and Violet, like they have to
see because the audiobook
Taryn isn't gonna be speaking.
It helps because the audiobook does a really good way of like separating real life dialogue with their mindful dialogue because in the mind it's very echoey.
Yeah, I think they'll be able to do it. I think it'll be fine.
Okay. I'm only hoping the best. Which is I need a.
But anyways, I thought that scene was so funny. It was funny. It's funny. But then it follows. That was then, and then Xaden like leaves. But it follows a pretty serious scene where it's like they're all huddled up outside, and Varys just like. I think interrogating or trying to like what's it called, intimidate the students, and so like you know things are run my way now. So this is chapter 19. You wrote stuff.
Yeah, I said Varys is giving Umbridge vibes. Damn, dragons are the apex predator. Thank God Taryn puts the major. It's we don't know. I don't know his name, but the major in his place. I do wish it was dragged out a little more, like the conversation of a Taryn talking to Varys. Not talking to Varys, but talking to his dragon.
It's Bane, I think.
Bane, yeah. Like, basically putting him in his place.
Not even... he wasn't talking to him. He, like, grabbed his neck and, like, was holding onto his neck. He's like, if I kill your dragon, you're gonna die. Yeah. So you, like, fuck off, basically.
Yeah, that was pretty sick. Yeah. That was pretty cool.
So it's interesting to see, like, how the dragons are really the apex predators. Because the little quote we get before this chapter is, dragons do not answer to the whims of men.
Yeah.
So it's very interesting that, like... dragons are the apex predator. Not even the apex predator. They're the ones that, like, they're in charge.
Yes. No, I was just thinking about, like, episodically, at the beginning of every episode, having a quote.
Probably. That'd be cool.
That'd be cool. But how would they choose?
One? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure. Chapter 20, we didn't say anything, and then we. Sorry.
I
I was looking at the wrong.
Now reflecting back to Fourth Wing and how large Terran is described, how in fact does he put on this saddle / harness? They like I'm genuinely trying to visualize it. Like I think if he's like, all right, guys.
I think it's kind of like, to me, I envision more like it's like
a collar.
No, like Game of Thrones, where it's already, once it's on them, it's satcheled on them for life.
But clearly,
I don't know how he's putting it on.
That's what I'm saying, like, guys.
But I thought that they said that Xaden had built it for her and they put it on, and then like that was it.
But clearly he took it back off.
Because then in later chapters, it's insinuated that it's already on.
Correct. So I guess, is this a first?
I guess.
Sure.
Okay, chapter 21.
Yeah.
Chapter 21.
Me. Okay. Xaden doesn't have a sister. That's the quote.
Yeah.
But do you know that? Are you sure? Did he confirm? Or are you just assuming he's giving only child energy? And then why does Rhiannon feel like she is valid to know everything Riley has experienced? So with the first one, I guess this is a pet peeve of mine when it comes to books in general. It's like when they mention like, oh, my big brother or a little sister, like mentioning that in the dialogue and stuff, and just frequently bringing up like, you are my sister, you're my big sister, you're my older sibling, younger sibling. It's like, by now in the second book, like, we know this. So to always put that little detail in, it's like, oh, and my brother Brennan, or my sister Mia, it's like, but we know they're your sibling. But it's a pet peeve of mine. Now,
do they do it that often in the second one?
Yeah, they say it a lot, but it's, I get, once again, it's just to like further contextualize, like, this is the sibling. Mm-hmm. But I guess hopefully
I didn't really pay attention to that as much because it didn't bother me. But
it's just a pet peeve.
But does Xaden have a sister? We don't know.
We don't know.
We barely know anything about his
lineage.
Like, we know a little about his dad and who he was and his role and like before and how that made Xaden who he is, but we don't know anything about his
Which
mom.
I kind of like.
We don't know anything about his mom.
Nothing.
Which I'm scared because I think there's something about his mom that I'm scared.
I think there's something brewing, but specifically
she never met him.
He never met her. But this is Violet saying Xaden doesn't have a sister. So by me questioning, it's like, how do you know that? We don't know. We don't know that. So and then Rhiannon, towards right now in this book is like Rhiannon is like kind of like not harassing. That's an extent, but it's like really
she's
bothering.
Adamant what's wrong with Violet, or like this.
Like what's going on? Like she's doing stuff.
She knows Violet's keeping secrets.
Exactly.
But she wants to be in on it because she's
her friend.
It's also funny. I saw this TikTok where someone's like, it's funny how Rhiannon thinks she's Violet's best friend, but it's actually Riddick. And I was like, damn.
Thank you. But it's true. It's giving like, we've had the same class schedule for a year. You're like my best friend, and it's like that's not how it works.
She's also met Riddick for the same amount of time.
No, but Riddick isn't being like, hey, what's going on? Like, tell me about it. He's just vibing.
They're talking about the war games and what killed Liam, and like, why can't she just tell her what really happened with Liam?
Is this 23?
21.
21? Oh, okay. Yeah. Did I skip it? Oh no, I guess not.
That's just read.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect.
That's the one you just read. 21.
Yeah. Okay. So now.
But 22. We didn't write anything. Then 23. Issa has some stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was into it, so I was not writing notes.
Yeah. So the quote is, "No squad has hello. I clearly can't type. No squad has managed it in the last decade. Well, of course, this is the team when it happens. Like letting you know, like in the decade, no team has won. Well, of course, our team is gonna win. Like hello.
Oh, it's in the context. You gotta give context.
Oh yeah.
This is in the context of when it was for the challenge, and they were the only ones, the only squad left. They were the only squad that nobody had died from the squad. Mm-hmm.
Yes. Okay. Next, and then I said, this is the most fucked up thing Varys can do, bring in Dane.
This is when he's interrogating Violet.
This scene, chills. But I was scared. Guys, I was scared.
This happens later down the line again. Yes. But this first time, Dane says no. Like, I'm not gonna do it because that's against like the moral or the codex, against like him as a person as well, and whatever. So he doesn't do it, but Varys is basically trying to get Dane to read her mind. We encounter that again later. So
yes.
Chapter 24, you wrote. Wait.
Are we seeing a character arc with Dane? Because that's when he said no, I'm not doing it.
this is the thing. You are pissed. You hate Dane in the first book, but like, really think about it. Like,
I could hate him, but understand.
No, but like, I don't hate him. I don't hate him. I feel like the slander is too much.
Oh no, I agree.
What 21-year-old is perfect?
Well, here's the thing. We don't get the reasoning as to why he did what we did till the second book. So without knowing clearly what happens,
he felt like he trusted his dad, you know, and
yeah.
like he thought that what he was doing was the right thing, and what he was raised to like what he was raised to do, that was the right thing.
Well,
but like,
when it comes to only having the first book released, like I'm trying to put myself in that shoe, like not knowing anything what's gonna happen in Iron Flame.
Yeah.
In that moment, Violet thinks like, oh, he's putting a vendetta against me because I don't like him. Like you're thinking the most immature, most extreme, worst case scenario because you're like, no, of course you would do that. I mean, I didn't expect it from Dane, but of course he would do something like that.
But she's also spent a year away from him, and he went through a whole year at this college without her. That seeing things he probably didn't like expect, you know.
Oh no, for sure.
So like a lot has changed for him. So he's not the same person she knew.
Yeah.
So like you kind of have to like, yes, you hate him, and I don't know if she wrote him to be the villain in the first book.
Clearly not. When I'm looking back, it's like he did, because we have context as to why he did what he did. He says it. He's like, I thought I was doing good by telling my dad, but they never communicated that, and thankfully they do in this book, which is really, really nice. So there's a reason to not like him in the first book, but with the storyline and the character arc, you're like, oh my god, he's complex.
But like people get into you know what it is? That like I think what she had told me, I'm dead. Like she
told you, she texted
what she
you.
Said in an interview is that she never intended for Dane, Violet, and Xaden to be any kind of love triangle. But when the fans interpreted it that way after reading Fourth Wing and she started writing Iron Flame, that she made that little joke. Rhiannon makes a joke about like, oh, it sucks to be in a love triangle. It's not really a love triangle.
It's not. It's a love angle. It's a love angle, but it's a one-sided.
Not even though. It's more about like the complexities of like she loves her best friend and thought that like Dane would be, you know, she's always loved him, but she realized it's not that kind of love. It's a different kind of love, and that like she just wanted more out of him. She expected more out of Dane.
Yeah.
But it wasn't meant to be like a love triangle.
I think that's kind of the fun thing about writing, I guess, characters around our age, early 20s, because you really don't know what platonic love is, what romantic love is, because you're trying to explore it. And in this case, Violet is exploring it with Dane. She's like, I actually don't like that anymore. But many fans are saying like, oh, now Dane is like still in love with her and stuff, but she's like, she still cares for Dane.
Yeah,
that's why she still has all these high standards.
But she's
for
pissed
him.
at him right now. So.
But I think if she brushed it off, that would make me mad. I'm happy that she still has.
People say she forgave him too quickly.
Guys, they're at war.
Like, they're
at war.
What she said. She was like,
they're at war.
Like, we got to take what we can get. Like, I'm not gonna keep being pissed at him.
Yeah, it's like, for example, working on a group project with someone. They do something petty outside of the group project. You're not gonna do it. Well, yeah, you're gonna get shit done regardless.
Chapter 25. I wrote, I think. Oh yeah, I said no fucking way. Jack Barlow is back, bitches.
Okay.
And there's a reason. So
okay. So
there's a reason, because when we talked about it, you said, why is she bringing him back? I said, why? You're like, why is she bringing him back? Like, I hate when people bring people back for, you know, whatever. But there's a reason.
There is a reason.
Deeper than
100%. It is deeper than what I thought. But
even into Fourth Wing.
But 100%. Like, listen. When this moment in my mind, I was like, it's so early in the story. If you were to put this on a timeline, it is so early for her to bring back a character.
There's a reason.
I know there's a reason, but you have to think about, from my perspective, when you're reading this book, I was like, if she's gonna bring him back, I hope it's later down the line. That was my mindset at the moment. Without understanding the whole universe. But that's what I'm saying. In the timeline of bringing him back, I was like, y'all, like he died a few months ago. Why is he back? So now that made me mad.
Chapter
but yeah,
27.
I was like, she's dead. She's so dead.
Oh yeah, because we were like, what? What did I write? I don't remember. Fuck. Wait. I gotta find my chapter first. Okay, because I skipped chapter 26. Chapter 27, I wrote. She thought he was injured and flew to Xaden just to have sex in a public bathroom. Girl, stand up.
This chapter got me so off guard. It was like, oh my god, like something's wrong. Like genuinely,
I thought something was wrong.
Yes, and then she saw him fighting in the pit, and she's like, oh, he's just fighting, and he's looking like sexy or whatever.
The thing that took me out was the sex in the public bathroom. Like,
really?
In the locker room, y'all, we couldn't go And he's like, I'll take you to the bed. Yeah.
Like, I guess it's sexy, but in the back of my mind, I was like, let's go to the bedroom, please. I don't want that public bathroom. But she ate it up. She ate that shit up. Or maybe he did.
And we have chapter 28, non-Zayden's ex, Catriona, which is long for cat. Ooh, the tea.
The tea.
Just as soon as we get rid of Dane, we're gonna introduce another third wheel. But yeah, this is when he has a little meeting with the Griffins?
The Griffin.
The Griffin
and the Flyers.
People. The Flyers. Well, the Griffins. The Flyers ride the Griffins.
Right.
So with the Flyers about the supplies that they're smuggling for them to fight the venom. Right. Mm-hmm. Chapter 29. I didn't write anything. Then we have chapter 30. Chapter 30 you wrote.
Well, of course, Riddick, the comedic character, knows something the others don't. Love it though.
Oh, this is after Violet tells them,
and he's like, "Wait, I know something y'all don't know."
Yeah, this is after.
Crazy.
This is after. This is after.
This is in the war games, not the war games. In the interrogation, the practicing of the interrogation.
Is it?
I think so.
Oh, I thought this was when she finally tells them. Yeah, I tell them everything.
Yeah, it's a practice of it, and she's like, "Guys, I'm in love with
Aiden." Yeah, when they get locked up.
Yeah,
because they're gonna get interrogated.
Yeah,
You're right.
Yeah, they're practicing for the real interrogation. This is
towards the end of the chapter where Riddick is like, they're talking about the archives and what books to go through, and Riddick is like, "Oh, we need to go through this one because there's a secret place." I like that.
And he was like,
it just shows that like she should have been trusting him the whole time to help.
Yeah.
Then we have chapter 31.
He's coping. He's a funny character that copes with all the trauma that they deal with.
Chapter 31. You wrote.
Very interesting for Violet to immediately blame Dane for hiring the assassins, knowing damn well it could be Varish.
And then I corrected her. I said I think she means Ados, like his dad.
Yeah. No, it's true. Yeah.
Which, the theories that people have about Dane's dad is interesting as fuck.
Okay, well, we can't get into the theories this early on in the book
I know,
review.
but just listen. I'll say. I'm gonna say one sentence.
No, wait. Before the theory, let me just say this. I've been such a good bookworm and not done any research. You know how I've gotten spoiled by stuff?
Done research.
No, you know how I've gotten spoiled looking up how to make some character-inspired cocktails. Y'all bitches need to understand. when you're making a character cocktail, don't talk about the book. I just want to know what the beverage is. Shit.
Okay,
basically. Fuck, bro.
Let's just say one sentence.
Okay.
I'm gonna say one sentence, and then you see if you can connect the theory. Okay.
But like,
the people he hired, she describes them as having veiny red eyes.
Yes, the Vernon.
Right. So could Ados be working with them?
Oh yeah! Wow.
Or is he one himself?
He's not one himself because they have physical
right. But is he working with them?
100%. Wow! You clocked it.
I did it. That was somebody else on the internet.
Okay, but you clocked it.
Because when I read it, I was like, "Wow, they have red eyes." Or like, I'm like, I didn't catch it yet because we weren't at the point of the book where I'm like, then those are the characteristics. Because again, there's so much detail that like some shit gets lost.
Yes.
But yeah, then when somebody said like that specific moment when he hires them to like assassinate her and then Jack saves her, and I'm like, wait, could he be working with them or like leading them? You know, creepy.
I think there's a what's that called? Like a deal happening, like a mafia type thing. But it's not
chapter 32.
Oh, so there's memory wiping signet. There's a mind reading signet and a memory reading signet. Okay, there's 3 different ones. So there's one that erases them. There's one that can read the mind, and there's one that reads memories.
Yeah.
So there's a distinction between reading the mind and the memory, which I hope she provides even more context with the memory reading one, because what is considered a memory? You know what I'm saying? To what, and like, is there a threshold for someone like Dane to be like, okay, I can't read your memories that are earlier than like, the soonest I can read your memory is from a day ago. Like I can't anything earlier than that, like of today in the past 12 hours. I can't. I don't have the power to do that. Unlike a mind reader, it's in real time. Like,
right.
And then memory wiping. Well, I'm scared. Yeah, I'm scared. I'm scared about this one, guys.
Something from another movie, but I can't.
I'm trying to memory wiping.
Yeah, I don't know. Chapter 33. You wrote something, and then I wrote something. I'll read mine first because it has no correlation. I wrote Eric, Zayden, and Violet love triangle. I was just fucking
around. That was good. I like that. Why not?
Because Eric was I know he was doing it to like get at Xaden or get under his skin, but like he was low-key being flirty with Violet,
and that's okay.
And they're also friends from childhood.
I love it.
And he's of like high. Also, Eric, someone of high royalty.
He is.
He is. Yes, but like it's interesting. I want to learn more about him and see where his storyline goes.
I would look. Never mind. Anyway, so I said so the wards are. I can't read. I can't type or read. So I didn't put the right punctuation.
Right.
So are the wards like a magic? Stop. Are the wards like a magic window, but it's a barrier? Only certain people can go through based on blood or permission, or based on or given the permission. Like, I gave you permission to walk.
Really good
walk through.
point. That's a really good point.
Well, because I was confused because when Violet went through and Eric went through, Xaden was like, "Hey, what the hell, bro? Let me through!" And he's like,
"Well, that specific ward for that specific library,
it was a journal,
was only the blood of the royal."
But how did Violet get through?
Because Eric was holding on to her.
So that's what I was saying. Like, does he have to?
Right.
Or is there more to the story that we're gonna find out? Hopefully not next storm. No. Now that we're saying this out loud. Right.
Chapter 34. There's nothing. Chapter 35. I wrote Liam makes sense. I love it. Like this is when she's locked. This is right before part 1 ends. This is when she's Varys kidnaps her again, and they like are beating her senseless, and she's basically at the worst pain she's ever been at, and it's like that classic like she's
torture chamber
towards the brink of death, but she sees somebody she loves that's not here anymore, and she sees Liam, which I thought was so cute.
Okay,
and then but also redemption for Dane. Love to see that too, but also foreshadowed it a little before. Basically, that the redemption of Dane. He kind of tricks you thinking, oh shit, he's actually gonna read her mind and like betray her. And he reads her mind and like says something to Varys that that's not really a key detail, but what's it called? But Dane unlocks Violet and beats up Varys or something and ties him up. So it's interesting to see that that was the end of part 1, I think, actually. Or is it 36? Might be I think it's 36 because I wrote a bunch of shit here.
Yeah, and then I said specifically, it's interesting how the author chose for Violet to see Liam instead of her dad.
Oh yeah, you did say that, yeah.
I was like, I guess that's very important to show. I'm like, I don't know, maybe there's more to it. There's more to it as to why she chose for Violet to see him that we'll hopefully find out later.
I clocked your T. Clocked your T and I clocked the T.
What's
36, the next one.
36, okay.
I clocked your T and I clocked the book's T. I clocked the T. Because Issa said Barlow character ruined. Now Dane is also having a great insane hero arc moment. Basically saying how Dane was redeemed and now Jack is like all nice and redeemed as well. But I said he's not ruined, he's redeemed, but we'll see if it's just a cover.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody did a question to it. Was that you? Did you do that?
I guess, yeah. I don't even remember, guys. This was 2 weeks ago.
I said that I saw Dane's character arc coming, his hero character arc, but also the Varys death was fired, but kind of early in the story, I thought.
Yes.
But then I think about it, it's not really early in the story. It kind of like ends part 1.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a benchmark. It's like a benchmark.
There really is a difference in the story from part 1 to part 2. Like it really escalates in part 2.
Part 2 honestly should have been its own book. It's crazy the amount of lore that happens in part 2. I was like,
a lot happens. We meet so many new people and stuff. So that is technically the end of part 1. We're starting to go into part 2. As you can see, part 2. We only wrote something for 39. Or did I did. You did. What'd you write?
Damn, she put the knife marks on Xaden. That's crazy. So
talking about.
So if you don't know, Xaden, if you forgot, Xaden has a bunch of marks on his back that are for each child of was it the children of the rebellion? So the parents were the leaders of the rebellion. Mm-hmm. She marked Xaden as like a consequence, like, oh, you are representing like all of the children of the rebellion. And it was
Violet's mom who did it.
It was Violet's mom that did it.
And she didn't know that, and Violet didn't know that, so she was
That's crazy.
She was in shock, you know.
In shock. Okay, 42.
What'd you write?
See, guys, it's shit like this where I'm like, how are they going to do this in live action? It makes me so mad. Okay.
Wait, chapter 42?
Chapter 42. Okay, so I said the quote is, I grabbed my hair into a low ponytail and wrapped the fabric from my dress around it to secure it quickly. End quote. And I said, so now she decided to put her hair up. I would have put it up the moment I was on the arena floor. So when this
is when they go
there's a lot that happens within like those 3 chapters.
So basically from that chapter to that, They learn a bunch of info. They're trying to learn how to get the wards up. Mm-hmm. They think that the way to get the wards up, because they're trying to read all these journals and stuff, but they don't have a definitive answer yet.
Because of the language.
They basically say that their last hope is to go to the leader of the Griffins, of the Flyers, and see if this luminary thing he has will ignite the wards. Basically be the last step to raise the wards.
It's a final puzzle piece.
But he tricks them, na boo boo, and and throws Violet into it, because he's like, oh, I'll give it to you guys if Violet shows me how powerful she is.
Right. Yes.
Right.
Fair enough. Right. Because everyone knows about her.
But then Violet gets thrown into this pit and is faced with a dark wielder, right? A Venin. Right?
Yes, it was a Venin.
Yeah.
And she was like, how the freak did you get in a box?
They put him in a box like he was the mummy and threw him out because he was crazy in there. And then they let him go. And it was Violet, because Mira joined her down there. Yes. So Mira had never seen one before. And Mira was like, what the hell is that?
So specifically...
and then she had her hair down, but then she had to put her hair up.
She had to put her hair up. And I was like, bitch, the moment you see that arena, put your hair up. Why are you waiting till you're on the arena floor to put your hair up?
I should have made a note for this chapter as well. Basically that this is when Mira finally learns, because under pressure, she learns to expand her wards. Because she's never been able to create wards. She's only been able to expand on existing ones. Mm-hmm. So she was actually able to, like, kind of create, like, because a ward is like a shield. So she was able to actually do it for her. Because Brennan comes down to join them and shit. Whatever. But yeah. That's where we caught up.
Oh, but also, too, in this moment, we see a bit more of Kat, Xaden's ex.
Right, there's more tea, there's more attention.
There's more lore and stuff.
Violet gets put into that dress.
Yeah, and the dress that she wore, I was like, I know this dress is quite beautiful. This dress is quite beautiful indeed. Yeah. It's just like, wow, these are, like, quite exquisite gowns and stuff.
Exactly. But yeah, then... they defeat it. They're like, Xaden's like, I should kill you. Like, how dare you put her in danger? You know, like, how dare you lie to us? And then we go into chapter 44.
Put stuff. Alexa, play Break Free by Ariana Grande.
Yeah, I think this is when they're fighting the
guy.
Is it?
I think so. There's a reason why he said that.
Yeah, but I think it was because of something else.
This is...
I think they were fighting someone else.
Oh, and then I also said God of Death, Malik says another one.
Malik?
I don't even... Is it Malik?
I think it's Malik. I don't know about Malik.
My bad, guys. It says another one, thank you.
No, this is when they're going up this is when... Okay. They basically decide to, like, go... to take they come to a pact with the Griffins, like, hey, you guys are going to help us fight, whatever. And the Griffins go to Aredia. Is it Aredia?
To remember the book. Arita or something like that.
Anyways, Arita, whatever. Who the fuck? They take the Griffins with them up this cliff to get there because they can't fly at that altitude, so they have to climb it. Mm-hmm. And it's dangerous as hell. Of course it is. And shit goes down, and Riddick, or is it Riddick or Sawyer? Riddick gets shot with an arrow.
Because there's, like, a bunch of booby traps or something?
There is, yeah. And Brennan, or not Brennan, and then Violet has to call for Brennan, like, come help him, whatever. But in the midst of that, there's Wyvern.
Wyvern, yeah.
That are around trying to kill them as well. And, you know, so it's a whole thing. And that's why you said Alexa play Break Free is crazy. The fuck?
Like, I don't know what my
and then damn, Riddick is shot and you're like, God of Death, another one. Oh no, the Griffin Flyers.
Right, no.
One of the Griffin Flyers dies because Violet basically had to not choose, but like she couldn't hold on to her anymore.
She couldn't hold on to her, and she was telling her like, hold on. No.
From this point on, Kat is like even more pissed at Violet because she thinks that like she didn't save one of her squad mates on purpose. So
yeah, that's the thing. More said Malik. Thank you.
So then chapter 44, was that what? Oh yeah, that's what you wrote. Alexa play Break Free. Chapter 45, you wrote
because we find out in chapter 45 that Riddick has the ice signet and he is besties with Elsa.
I guess he is. I said, "Oh my God, Riddick is a snow fairy from
Sleepy Hollow." Well, yes. That's so cute. But isn't that fun? So we know that there's ice. So
I'm in love with Riddick.
So who isn't? That's everyone's favorite character. I'm mad.
No, but I I understand. I'm like, oh, I'm just kidding. anyways, chapter 46, 47, nobody gets. Okay, we didn't write anything. Chapter 48, we wrote. Issa wrote.
I said my imagination and emotions were doing mental gymnastics so hard I could get a gold medal in the mental Olympics. How this chapter ended, yeah, I sensed some scary foreshadowing that Violet won't be making it to bed early.
Oh yeah, this is when hold on.
When I say like mental gymnastics, I'm talking about like there's just so much happening that
come to bed early tonight. Yeah, this is when I think this is after. I was like, what is it?
Oh wait, I think it's because it said Alexa.
Oh. Is it playing Break Free?
Yeah, no, it's playing a Bang Bang.
This is after Kat challenges the Griffins and the Griffins. Why do I keep calling them the Griffins? The Flyers and the Riders aren't getting along, okay? Because they're in this close proximity. They don't have similar things. They don't have things in common. There's a lot of tension. There's always fights, whatever. So one of the professors says, "Hey, we're gonna have a day where anyone can challenge anyone to get your anger out."
Correct.
Guess who challenges Violet?
Well,
Kat. Anyways,
of course.
And Kat has this cool. Her segment is actually really cool. Kat has this
crazy.
segment of like,
I'm scared.
She can intensify your emotions or like your true feelings to make you like even more upset or angry or like
any emotion you're feeling. It's heightened.
It's heightened, yeah. So she challenges Violet to the mat, and in this she like starts messing with Violet's head about
Zayden. Like what else though?
Anyways, because Kat and Zayden are exes, and you know they.
I know him, and you know. That's how it feels like.
But anyways, that happens, and then in this chapter, this is the aftermath where, I think this is the throne scene. Yeah, it's right here.
Okay, this is the
my house, my chair, my woman. Yeah.
Okay. So I'll put the reel up.
Describe it. So he can wield shadows, right? And so then he puts her on his knees, but they say like on the armchair. So imagine this is the armchair. So puts her on her knees on the armchair like this. Uh-huh. And then he's down there, and she has her hands up here, but they're wrapped in shadows. So she's leaning up against a chair, knees on the thing, and he's down there. And then I think he comes up here to be behind her with her hands still in the shadows. Does that make sense?
How does he get from the front to the back?
I don't know. We're gonna have to figure that out.
I'm sorry. I'm looking at the line, my house, my chair, my woman. I'm sorry, but anyways, Zayden first off, Brennan and some other people are having a whole ass meeting in this room. Zayden walks in with Violet, goes, "Get out." Get out.
Listen, get out.
Mind you, they're at Ryerson House because
that's like the headquarters. How big is this house, guys? Because everyone and their mom is
in Aretia.
In Aretia, yeah, something like that.
Right. The Ryerson House, whatever. Anyways, he kicks them out to basically comfort Violet, be like, "Girl, you're the only one for me. Like, how many times do I have to tell you this?" Right. And then they do it on the throne, mind you. My note for this chapter was, "On the throne is now a fantasy. Thank you."
Okay.
But anyways, that's why she's saying that she was playing mental gymnastics because there's so much happening that
within those two chapters, they go from fighting with Kat. So I'm picturing like, okay, the fighting positions and everything about it, to then boom, this throne scene, and I visualized it so wrong. I thought, if you guys know what chapter, it's the 49, right? It's 49.
48.
It's 48. I thought she was facing him this whole time. It was like, okay, yeah, okay, like the pleasure is there. So she wasn't facing him when we saw a TikTok, which I'll show
a little later.
Well, we'll show the TikTok of what actually is being depicted. I was mind blown. I was like, how the fuck are they doing that? And I showed my cousin too. She was like, how the fuck are they doing that? And I'm like, I don't know, dog. I'm confused.
Mind you, I read this at work. Because I've been reading at work. I have a computer. I'm like, I can read on there if we're not busy, whatever. and I found the book for free. Why not?
Yeah,
why not advance?
I support.
This is the chapter. This is one of the chapters I read at work today, and I was like reading this. I'm like, oh my god, I gotta turn this off. What if somebody is seeing this behind me? Like I can't.
Bro, same thing. I was waiting to leave the airplane yesterday for funny story. Same thing. Reading a sexy scene. I was like, oh my god. I kept reading. And what about it?
No,
Sorry.
my computer. My coworkers can see.
They're
my
missing
computer.
out. They're missing out. That's what it is. Okay.
No, I have a coworker who she's reading Throne of Glass right now. She's like on the
Oh.
second or third book, and I'm reading this, and then we always go back and forth. And she's like, "Oh, come over to my computer to read this line." And I read it. I'm like, "Girl, that's nothing. Read this." And it was this chapter, and I showed her the one. I think it was literally this. Yeah, right here. I showed her just that, and she goes, "Oh my goodness, what are you reading?" Yeah, she goes,
my
God. "What are you reading?" I'm like,
good shit.
I was like, I said, Throne of Glass is YA, girl. It's not the same, but yeah. Chapter 48. You are my favorite chapter of the book.
Thank you. Can we start it somehow?
Can we start it? Yeah.
Perfect.
Chapter 49. You wrote something.
49. Oh. Whoa, now I was not expecting this type of open communication between Dane and Violet. This is a good example of what a healthy friendship can be, in my opinion.
I agree.
So him just communicating why he did what he did and why he feels towards Violet and all that fun stuff. Just healthy friendship stuff.
Yeah, I agree. Then we don't write stuff for a while. Till chapter 54, and then I think you wrote something.
The quote is, "I didn't want to bother you," end quote. And I said, right. So now I'm really confused. Violet was gonna die, ? Or like put in a situation of which she could have died, and that's when she chose not to speak to Xaden. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, for sure.
Oh, right. That was when. Oh my god, I'm trying to remember.
I don't remember why I wrote that. Respectfully, I don't.
How do you not remember?
I'm on to
you did read a few weeks ago.
Oh, this was in the tunnel.
I think
And
so.
it was in the tunnel.
Yeah, this is when they run into Bane.
Yes, they were in the tunnel, and Violet was gonna die because she was like
Varish's
like blocked
dragon.
in.
Yeah,
she was blocked in, and that's when she chose not to talk to Xaden because she didn't want to bother him. What?
Yeah, this is when
what?
I think this is when Varish's
It was his dragon.
The chapter before was when Varish's dragon Bane was literally in the tunnels about to kill him. Like
yeah.
So, and then Darna had to like.
She showed up.
She was there, and she was already there with them. And then Darna like threw herself at him to fight, but she's still small, so like she got her, and it's a whole thing. Anyways, chapter what did we just read? 54. Chapter 55. I wrote, "Girl, what do you mean you wanted to know if he liked you from the jump? He literally said from the moment I saw you. Like, how much more does he need to say?"
This is the point in the book where I was telling you. I mean, I'm getting really mad that Rebecca chose to depict this relationship as like. I understand being insecure as a 20-year-old, 21-year-old. Like, I'm 21. Like, I get it. Genuinely, I really do get it. But it got to the point where it's like, kind of get over it. Like, he has shown you multiple times the lengths he has gone to show that he cares for you.
Right, but I understand her point where she's like, he's still hiding stuff.
Oh, and that's what it is. That's what.
But the thing of like showing that he doesn't like.
That's what makes me mad.
Like he still loves you, girl. I'm sorry.
That throne scene. Hello, I would be rewind that shit every single day. Yeah, no, he really does like me. Because she's confusing because you're not giving me information of what's going on with the rebellion and the war. You don't love me, which is messed up. That's a form of manipulation. That's really messed up.
Yeah, because this is when they're fighting. I love that the quote at the beginning of chapter 55 is, "Nothing kills powerful, unshakable love faster than opposing ideologies." And I think that is so real for all contexts.
And any universe. It's true. It's very, very true. Are we on chapter 55?
56 now, I
56,
think.
Okay.
So for chapter 56, you wrote...
I wrote, "Why are we going so fucking fast? Too much happened in the chapter, holy crap." And I said, "Damn, I was not expecting that, but damn, I'm Team Violet. How in the world is she supposed to act now?" Why the fuck did I say that? Why did I say that? I'm Team Violet. Why did I say that?
I think this is when she starts getting everyone together. Like, we need to get the Writers Quadrant out of here. Like, the people who want to go To take them to
back to Basgaeth.
to Aretia.
No, but they're already there. Remember?
Yeah, they are already
They're
there.
there. They're trying to go back to
Basgaeth.
Basgaeth.
Yes, to defend because they had a meeting with
that's
the
what
mom
it is.
and
I've
everything.
seen Violet. Yeah.
Yeah, they had a meeting with her mom and Malik. And
Well,
not
that
Malik,
scene
sorry.
is
What's his name? What is
the major. No,
the king? What is that motherfucker's name? Fuck, I don't remember his name because he's not.
I don't give a fuck. But that scene, crazy.
He meets with the.
Oh my god.
She meets basically with the Council of Navarre because
yes, the council. That's good.
They're at risk because the Venin are getting closer or whatever.
Yeah. That scene would be beautiful. Like that. Picture that the dragons on both sides, like they're in a meadow.
Yes.
Oh god, that looks so.
But anyways, that's what they're basically saying. Like we have to get the wards up. There's something wrong with. They just put the wards up, but it was unsuccessful. Like there's something wrong with the wards because when she was reading about the wards, it says that once the wards are up, the flyers their powers won't work. So when she thinks that she successfully puts the wards up. She realizes she's wrong because the flyers still have their powers. Correct. Because the way to do it was that she's been reading a lot of text from the first of the six, and she thinks that the six. At first, she thought it was the six most powerful riders.
Correct.
And then nothing happened, so it wasn't that. Then she's like, "Oh, it's the six most powerful dragons." But she puts them up, and it kind of works. They're like half up, half down.
Half up, half down, which is why they're still able to
use their powers.
Use their powers. So she's like, "Oh, this is something new that we're learning. We thought you guys couldn't use their powers, but in reality, you can."
Oh, his name is Melgren.
Melgren, thank you. Yes, Melgren.
This is the chapter before they have to meet with him. Yeah, Melgren has asked to meet with him tomorrow, and it's Violet and Mira. And then we go into chapter 57. Yeah, that's why you wrote it was going so fast because a lot was happening.
Okay. Yeah, and you said.
In chapter 57? Oh, okay, I said this meeting is giving when the Cullens met with the Volturi and Breaking Down Part 2.
Yes, but I picture that scene, but with dragons. Yes! But I picture dragons with like a meadow, like a valley.
Meadow. Yeah,
like
instead of a snowy field.
Yes, yeah. A meadow, yes.
And then I said also, damn, thinking that could be the last time Mira and Violet see their mom is rough.
You clocked that?
Because
so
I'm sorry. I read enough fantasy. I watched enough fantasy to know that that was giving.
Yeah, she did. But also this moment, what's it called? When Brennan, he's like,
yes, that he said, "We're not helping you," and then he walked away. Like, girl, sassy as fuck.
I was like, that's your mom you haven't seen in 6 years.
But he's pissed at her.
He's like,
and I think he's gonna deal with. I think he's gonna deal with those emotional repercussions in Onyx's story.
Yes.
About what he wasn't able to say.
Yeah. Fuck. It's good. It's
Anyways,
good, guys. It's good.
That's where we are for. They have that meeting. Anyways, yeah. But we have that meeting. Damn, that's fucked up.
I need to have long hair. So he's like.
Yeah. Then we go through chapter 58 and 59 without saying anything. But I think this is when they're preparing, or when they realize that the Venin aren't going to attack. Aredia, they're not going to attack another place. I think it's called Samara or something.
No, I thought it was Tyrannosaurus Ty. You know what I'm talking about? Trenner.
Oh yeah,
Trenner.
They basically the original thing that they thought the Venom were preparing to attack. They're not. They're actually going for Basgaeth, Navarre, whatever that area. Mm-hmm. So they have to like take everything and move out.
No, they said everyone we have to go to Basgaeth because if they destroy Basgaeth. It's over. It's over.
But yeah,
because they also realized they're not moving. They noticed something on a map or something. They're like, why are they all collected here near Basgaeth? There's shoot.
And then they go over to Basgaeth to realize that the Venin are trying to take down the wards in Basgaeth to attack. And this is when and then for this chapter I wrote Jack is Venin. Damn,
that is a twist. Then
I said it came back.
There's a reason. There is a reason. I was like, you know what, Rebecca, you ate that. You did that. Hey, you did your good one with this one. Yes.
And then we have 61 and 62 is basically the waiting before the battle.
Yes.
Because they're waiting because they know that they're coming.
Mm-hmm.
They captured Jack, put him, whatever, but Jack did successfully take down the ward, so now Basgaeth is vulnerable.
Yes.
Chapter 63, we're towards the end, guys.
So I said, Andarna can camouflage. Oh, that's too good. Zayden, man, got me kicking my feet. So specifically in Andarna, camouflaging, it's one of so there's the 6 dragons, and when they originally tried to set up the wards in Aredia, Andarna was the 6th dragon. They thought it was a different one, but
7th.
Seven. Thank you. Sorry. That there's a seventh dragon, and
Apparently,
it's her.
there's only 6 breeds of dragons, but
known.
But Violet finds out that Andarna is a 7th.
It's a 7 because she realized throughout the book, which looking back, the author did a wonderful job describing. Like every once in a while, she would notice, like, oh wow, like her scales are so like new that the grass reflects off of them, and she looks like this color.
She's
but
also sleeping for a long time, longer than most like known feathertails would supposed to. Like there's qualities about her that the elders couldn't figure out until they did, and then they didn't tell her. Or they didn't tell anyone. Taryn doesn't know either.
So only Andarna knows because the elders told her, but she's keeping that to herself, and now Violet knows. So that's why I got inspired by this cocktail, because she changes colors.
Cool, yeah.
Yes.
And they said Zayden, man, he got me kicking my feet.
Because everything he says is very sexy. Like it's very like
whatever.
Like
I'm going to talk about it.
We're going
Anyways, there's a very important plot point throughout the book of that Violet keeps having this dream of.
Oh yes.
Violet keeps having this dream of a dark wielder or one of the Venin, like the leader of the Venin or somebody, the sage. I don't know what it is. She keeps having this dream that he's coming for her power to kill her.
The sage.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, it's not, because they're like, oh, my master when I bring you to him. So there's
but he keeps Violet never interacts with him.
No,
anyways, she keeps having this dream that this man like is going to kill her or wants her power or something, right?
Wants her.
Right. And in this moment, when Andarna pops out from the bushes because she's dealing with this Venin who's trying to take her for his leader, Andarna eats him. And she's like, oh. We don't eat our enemies, but I guess.
In this case, we do. No, we don't eat. Was it enemies or
our allies? I don't remember.
Allies. Wait!
Did you see in the interview that I sent you that one of the girls was like, so is Zayden allowed to eat his allies?
I didn't finish it. I didn't know.
Oh, I'm sorry, but it was too good. Anyways. She breathes fire now, too.
Yes, that's cool.
Also, the continuing thing that they say is the breath of life of the 7 combined and set the stone ablaze in an iron flame. They thought it was 6. It's 7.
It's 7.
And Andarna is that 7th. But I didn't understand the part about Coda, because Coda's the other powerful dragon.
It's as powerful as Taryn.
I think more powerful than Taryn.
Yes.
He's bigger.
Yeah, he's bigger than Taryn.
He belongs to the big man, the main man.
The Milgrid.
Who? Milgrid?
Is it the major?
Melgrin. General Melgrin. He belongs
to
General Melgrin with Coda. So she thought that Coda was the 7th, but he's not.
He's not.
Right?
So who is he cousins with? Who is he related to? No, because you would think because they look so different, but clearly his didn't work.
Right.
So I think it's still 6. It's
7. It's 7. It says.
But why didn't it work with Coda?
Yeah, because Justinia comes to her and tells her, like, we got the translation wrong. It's not 6. It's 7. And she's like, that's impossible. 7 dragons is impossible. There's only 6 dens: black, blue, green, orange, brown, and red. And then she says that maybe it's mistranslated.
What if there's a rainbow?
And Darna's the 7th.
Yes, I know. What if she's a rainbow?
Don't leave her alone. Oh! Sawyer loses his leg.
Crazy.
Oh, and the little romance between Sawyer and Justinia.
Justinia throughout the whole book is so cute. I hope it continues to get developed.
Yeah, but now Sawyer lost his leg. Like,
he's giving hiccup.
Died.
He's giving hiccup.
Oh my fucking god. Chapter 64. We're almost at the end. You wrote.
Damn, I was not expecting that. Well,
for him to lose his leg?
No.
And Darna to be the 7th?
No.
For what? Oh, what did I write?
Well, say it out loud.
I'm about to cry again. Oh! Sorry, guys.
Yes.
Yeah, I said I'm about to cry again, and also in Darna's secret fire.
Yeah, so we...
But yeah, I'm about to cry again because Violet's mom sacrifices herself and her power and her dragon's power to lift the wards.
Because Violet was trying to do it herself, but she just genuinely...
She wasn't strong enough, or she was going to burn herself out. She was going to die.
She was going to die. And even... Like, and Darna was like, no, like, don't do it, because we're going to die. Like, please don't do it. And, you know,
Violet's like, I'd rather be her than you, boo.
Yeah, straight up.
But yeah, and then we get to the end. We get to the end. The last chapter is from Zayn's POV again.
Which is awesome.
Yeah.
I really like having the last chapter be him.
I wonder if she's going to make it's always his is the last chapter, or if in the later books he'll actually have some sort of dual POV, maybe in that last book or something.
So from what she told us, like, oh, are we gonna get like bonus content for Iron Flame like down the line? And she said no, we're not gonna get any more bonus content because she immediately started writing Onyx Storm. So she was like, I would have had to put a whole like 6 months to a year, like I would have to push back the date of Onyx Storm to release it to do the bonus content for you guys, and I'd rather just give you Onyx Storm.
Yeah.
So we're not gonna get bonus content for Iron Flame,
fine.
which is it's fine.
This book has so much
it's great
content.
Yeah, it's great.
But then we get to that very last chapter, which is chapter 66. Issa wrote.
Hey, so what the hell?
And I wrote, Anakin and Padme, I get it now.
That's scary. That's scary because
for context, Anakin and Padme being, you know what? If you don't know, then I don't know who you are. But
straight up. But if you don't know,
the context is that Anakin turned evil because in pursuit of trying to keep what he thought was right, or trying to keep Padme alive. But in the end, he kind of loses himself and becomes Darth Vader. Eventually, he dies. And this is the same instance that kind of happens with Xaden. He kind of sacrifices himself and his soul to protect Violet, and is now. I love the ending chapter. I can envision it so well.
It's too
him
good.
Going down to him sleeping at night next to Violet and going down to the chambers while she's sleeping to go see Jack Barlow of all people and to ask him, "Is there a cure?"
I could see it, and he comes out from the
and you're
shadows.
Like, why is he asking this?
And then he's leaning against the rail, and he's like, "You wanna know, huh?"
He's like, "There is no cure. This is how we are." And I said, "Motherfucker, he's been in." Oh my god. It's so good.
I cannot wait to see how she develops Xaden's character. Because this is insane. Is he going to truly become...
Does she know? Like,
I know, but but how does that affect their relationship with their dragons?
Anyways, that's Iron Flame in our notes in between.
Yeah. And, okay... I have to cut this because we gotta
Just
get
do the last little tangent.
Okay. What did I rate this? I think I rated it like a 3.5, 3.75.
Really?
Well, I have to set my standards low, guys, for Onyx Storm.
I didn't rate it.
But I definitely, once this show gets released, like once we get a title card, like I will be rereading these, and I don't reread anything.
Oh my god, I can't wait to reread it.
Rereading it to pick up stuff that we didn't like. What's it called? That we missed the first time through.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Overall, I just did it. I rated it 3.75.
Yeah.
3.75.
Yeah. Yeah.
Guys, you don't understand. I'm scared for Onyx Storm, and I want to read it so bad, but I know I have to take a little. We're gonna take a little break. We're doing Emily Henry.
For May.
And then we'll circle back.
We'll circle back down the line because it's.
No, I think we're gonna have to circle back.
Damn. Well, if you distract yourself with other books, like I am.
I know, but I think I have. Okay, you're right.
When you distract yourself with other books, you'll be fine. But I think I genuinely understand now, once finishing it, reviewing it, watching book reviews, why so many people don't like this series. Why, as of now, why it's so, what's that called? It's very, I don't know the right term, but the trope with this book, I think, is what made or break so many fans, because the miscommunication trope. I was pushing through this book for the book club because I was like, I don't like this. I don't. This is the one case for many romance books that I don't want to.
I don't like
fantasize.
That trope. I don't like that trope either. But the fantasy is what kept me in.
But and that's the pro about it. It makes sense in the context of this universe as to why there is miscommunication. But towards the end, as you saw around the chapter in the 50s chapters, like when Violet's like, but like, can you like prove to me like all this stuff? It's like, really, like to an extent, it's like, girl, we gotta move it along. Yeah. Like we could talk about this later, but you need to an extent, like, grow up with the situation that you're in. You're gonna be going to war, and you're insecure that Xaden still doesn't like you. Anyway, but I
think they fleshed it out through this one, though.
They do. That's why I'm like, it can only go up. It cannot get worse. I'm telling. The miscommunication trope is the one of the worst tropes.
It just gets exhausting. Sorry, I'm choking. it just gets exhausting, I think, is what it is. Like, over and over and over. In like normal fantasy and normal romance, I would have dropped the book because I don't like that kind of. But the fantasy elements of it, it just the political stuff. It's so good.
It's so good. It's very, very good. Yeah, I think it's great. We learn even more about the dragons. We're learning alongside Violet now things that she didn't know that we're learning together. I thought that was really, really cool. Knowing that there's an old language similar to House of the Dragon and Game of Thrones. It's so fun. It's really, really, really fun.
So it's interesting. It's great. It's good. I'm excited for Onyx Storm. Like I said, I would take it right now.
Yeah, Onyx Storm's gonna be great. Honestly, I could see this world being so, like as large as like Game of Thrones and stuff and Lord of the Rings because they keep mentioning the first six.
Bro, I know somebody asked her if she would do a prequel of the six. That would be cool.
That'd be great.
Or if she did a little spin-off novella of certain characters.
It'll be great. There's so much lore. She keeps mentioning a war that happened like 500 years ago. Yeah. Or was that war?
Doing a prequel on the rebellion, like Jaden's dad's rebellion.
That'd be great.
Like stuff like that.
Yeah, there's so much. There's so much to eat. There's so much to eat.
Anyways, we're gonna get into the fun part. Well, it's all been fun. We said that last time. But we're going to get into the part of the video that we did for Fourth Wing. And we do for all of our book reviews because as fans of, obviously, the books, we're also film people. Mm-hmm. So it's fun for us to think about who they could cast for certain roles. Just because, and also with this one, this is actually getting made into a show.
That's a great part. And we can't wait to see, like, what there is a chance we predict right.
Yeah.
I think that's the fun part, too. Is like we are on the same wavelength as these casting directors.
We like to step into our casting director's shoes because we barely get to do it, really.
Yeah, 100%. It's and not only that, it's very difficult too because we're only hoping for the best, which is new actors. But
yeah, exactly. This is again just people that we know in TV and movies that we can envision because we already know them, but we always advocate for new actors.
Always. And we do the best research that we can with the resources that are accessible to us too. Like TikTok and IMDb and
it's
like even people that are fans of the book, like they're actors themselves and they want to be like casted in the show. So I don't know.
If you haven't seen the Fourth Wing episode, we do majority of the main characters that take place in Fourth Wing in that episode. So this episode, we're gonna focus more on people who are not even just people who are more main focus or have more focus in this book because we've already done Violet, Xaden, their mom, all that kind of stuff. So for us, it's like we don't need to rehash. We're also not going to really explain. We don't need to explain the characters, who they are.
No, if you know,
you know. So we have a list of 10 characters we're going to do. And then to start off, we're going to start off with Brennan because he is the first one that we leave off with at the end of Fourth Wing. And that we didn't cast for Fourth Wing because we were like, we don't know him well enough yet.
Yes.
I think we know him well enough yet. So 3, 2, 1. Ooh, who is that?
This is Dylan Efron.
Oh my god, no way.
He's a fan of the books.
Oh, okay. Eat it up. Oh, let's show the camera.
Okay.
I chose Patrick Schwarzenegger.
Oh, that's good. That's really good.
Arnold Schwarzenegger's son.
I'm sick. That's really good.
He's 31. He was just in White Lotus season 3. If you haven't seen it, I haven't seen it. But he gives me Brendan vibes. He has the look.
Yes. Yeah, no, I just said I did Dylan Efron because he's a fan. So I was like, okay, I don't know. I didn't even know he acted like that. So, okay, that's what I did.
Next, we have Bodhi. I feel like, 3, 2, 1. Yeah. Josh Houston. Yeah.
Because right now, between Xaden and Bodhi, bitches cannot find anyone else.
Yeah, it's true.
It's only them. And over the weekend, I came to my senses where Emilio is not going to be Xaden.
Yeah,
because confirmed it's going to be American actors. So even
not confirmed, she just said that's
leaning. It's leaning.
Rebecca envisions, but she's really letting them do whatever.
I hope they go into. It's nice to have international for an international audience. But yeah, this is Bodhi very much so.
It's just giving.
It's just giving Bodhi. If you've seen Heartbreak High, you get it.
I know some people want him to be Xaden. Like there's the debate, but Bodhi, it would work for Bodhi.
It would work for Bodhi.
So next we have Rydock. What do you guys call him? Riddick, right?
What's the audio book?
You guys call him Riddick?
It's Riddick. Yeah.
Anyways, Riddick. Mm-hmm. So this is the funny character.
Yeah.
Okay, this is not.
I don't
but you're gonna be like, this is too biased. This is biased for me.
Oh,
I don't know how you envision Riddick, but for me, I pan more towards the comedy aspect of it. Someone who could probably be comedic.
I'm scared. I don't think I don't think you know this actor.
Listen,
So I'm kind of proud of this.
Let me tell you something. They can all bulk. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say.
All right.
Because everyone apparently all have to be buff. Why do they all have to be buff?
Because of they're in war and they're fighting ready, right?
All they can bulk.
Oh, of course.
Ready?
Yeah.
I'm scared.
Okay.
Ooh!
Get the fuck out! Get out! I'm sick. No. I see it. This is Chosen Jacobs, and he was in Sneakerella.
Oh.
I saw his reel for it, and I was like, I kind of like it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Chosen Jacobs. But
I chose my man. I'm sorry.
Whatever.
I'm sorry. I chose Milo.
Any excuse, as we should. Yes.
Oh my god. I'm sorry, guys. I have
a
disease.
That's good too, but that's good because he's comedic. Yeah.
I have a disease. Anyways, next we have Sawyer. So for Sawyer, I feel like I don't know him too well. I know him like not him alone. You know what I mean? Like
yes.
him having a little side plot with
Jacinia.
Mm-hmm. Kind of like had me get a better vibe of him, but I really wanted to get someone who like, I don't know. I'm scared.
I'm happy with
3, 2, 1. We both chose Disney Channel
Stars.
characters. That's funny. This is Tenzing.
That's good.
Yeah, I know his first name is Tenzing. His full name Tenzing Norgay Trainer. Yeah,
I remember.
Ravi,
of course.
She chose Ravi, and then I chose Parker from Liv and Maddie.
That's good. I like him too.
But he gives like that. He has like that softness about him, but he's also comedic. Like, I feel like he would be a good like Sawyer and Riddick together have that comedic banter because they're good friends. Mm-hmm. So I feel like it would work. Mm-hmm. And they have to have good chemistry.
Yeah. I don't know. I just like seeing him at our age now. I was like, oh, I could see him as Sawyer.
He could do it. I always picture him as that nerdy little boy from Jessie. That's too funny.
All right.
Next we have Imogen.
Okay.
Imogen's a baddie.
She's a baddie. She's a bad bitch.
Okay, 3, 2, 1. We both chose Latina.
Yes. Wait. What's? Is this the same? It's not the same one, is it? No, I don't know.
It's Isabella Merced.
Oh no, this is Paulina Chavez.
No, it's Isabella Merced.
Like, I don't know why.
I saw her with the short hair and something, good. And I was like, she's giving Imogen. I know Imogen has colored hair, but like,
I don't know where. I think I got her from the Wings Club, but yeah. Latinas.
Yeah, she's just kind of short, but like, why do they all have to be tall?
They don't need to be tall. Honestly, I would love it if she was short.
Next is Jacinia.
Jacinia. Okay.
Jacinia. Okay, 3, 2. This is who
I
pictured.
Oh yeah, I almost pressed the wrong one.
This is who I pictured since day one for Jacinia.
Okay.
3, 2, 1. Why do we have similar?
Interesting.
Amanda Stenberg, yeah.
This is Bailey. She was in Avatar: Way of Water. She's like the princess Avatar.
Really?
The one. Yeah.
Oh, she's so pretty.
Yeah.
Wow, she's gorgeous.
I pictured Jacinia to be like.
I chose Amanda Stenberg. She's from that one stupid movie. I forget.
She's from the
Hunger Games. Not Hunger Games. From the one where she can't go outside. I hate that movie.
Everything Everywhere.
I hate that movie so much. But yeah,
I like that movie. No, but also she was in the Acolyte.
Little Rue. Oh yeah, the Acolyte. But like she gives me like she could be in that kind of world.
Yeah.
But obviously I chose this because of the hood.
Yes,
but
that's good.
Yeah, not so
that's good. But yeah.
Then
because I pictured her with Sawyer and I was like, oh, they will look cute together. Yeah.
I know. I was trying to picture. Okay. And then we have Sloane, which we didn't mention Sloane the whole time. Sloane is Liam's little sister.
That's so true. We didn't.
Sloane is Liam's little sister. She has beef with Violet at first, and then she
gets over it.
Then she starts reading Liam's letters, and
she's like, okay, you know what?
She loves her. Like big sister vibes. Mm-hmm. Anyways, 3, 2, 1. Oh, Millie, she's too old, but yes, that's my
she's
girl.
24. She's 24.
I don't know. Sloane to me gives more of like she's a child. Like,
really? I can picture her having.
Well, McKenna's 19.
Okay, well, you win in that department, yeah.
Not aged like that, but I just mean I feel like in my head, Sloane has more of like that baby face. Like she can't fight. She's very innocent.
Really?
She can't fight. She
I guess
can't fight,
that's a
bro.
good point.
She
I
got
don't
her
know.
ass
I
kicked.
just thought of Millie because
I
of the
love
attitude.
Millie. She's so beautiful.
Because I really the entire time it's the
The
attitude.
attitude.
It's the attitude.
I feel like McKenna could do that too, though.
Yes,
I haven't seen her in anything since she's been older.
Yeah,
But I know that I don't know. I feel like the
that's
look.
good. But we both.
I love Millie. She's so great. I wish she could do more other stuff because after House of the Dragon, like they got rid of her too fast. Then we have Eric.
This one I don't know. Wait. This is the one character I was like, I don't know. But I somehow feel it.
I feel like
deep down.
Like mine's not right.
I'm not set, but it's fine. It's fine, and I don't care. I don't care.
I feel like you want someone blonde.
No.
Okay. Because if he was giving me blonde vibes at first, and I'm like, he's too princely, but I need someone princely.
Yeah.
But also, like, he has that, like...
I'm not set in this one, but it's whatever.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, ooh. No, but I see it.
Louis.
This is Jamie, also from Avatar. He's the older brother,
So
I think. I guess I didn't. You know, Jack Champion, also from Avatar.
Because Eric is also younger. He's younger than Zayden and them.
He's
around
a year.
Sloane's age. So like
a year.
Yeah, I know, but I needed somebody with
You know
more
why?
of
Because he's really tall. You almost saw her.
I saw red.
You saw red. But yeah, he's tall. I don't know.
Bitch, Louis is tall. Enough.
No, that's it.
You a bitch who gotta be tall as Zayden. Like, that's enough. Not everyone needs to be so tall.
No, I don't care. No, but I don't know. Something about him, and I was like, seeing because he didn't have much screen time in Avatar because he died. Whatever. But in the second one. Based on in Way of Water, y'all bitches had 2 years. Hello. But yeah, no, I really liked him. I was like, I see him giving the prince vibe.
Yeah.
I see my character, my actor giving the prince.
I don't know. He looks a little too grown for me. But maybe
he's 24. It's 24. But also in the context of Eric, is he like? I feel like when you're in royalty, you do look older because of the stress, the pressure of you being royalty.
Damn,
that's not a bad thing.
Queen Elizabeth she looked good till the end. Like,
and I never said that they look bad, but they look more mature.
I guess, yeah.
That's why I thought about it. Okay, now we go into Varys.
I know exactly who I pictured. As soon as Varys was giving me that vibe, I knew who I pictured from day one.
Mm-hmm.
3, 2, 1.
Oh.
Game of Thrones.
Oh, well, yeah.
Game of Thrones, season 8.
That's good. This is Callum. I don't know.
Okay, he's low-key giving me Varys.
Evil.
The thing is, do you remember season 7, season 8 of Game of Thrones?
Like,
he's Theon's older brother, the one who takes over.
Oh, yes.
The Iron Islands?
Yes.
Yeah. He has, like, that villainous thing about him.
That's good.
But I feel like in Game of Thrones, he's more cheeky. Whereas, like, he'd have to be more serious, you know? But he has that villainous. That's giving Varys. I'm scared.
Yeah, okay.
And last but not least,
Kat.
I wrote her as Katrina. What the fuck?
What? I don't know how to say her name.
Katarina or something like that.
Katarina.
Yeah, okay. So this is somebody new. I've seen her and I know what she's in, but I've never actually seen her act. Yeah. Oh, shit.
Mm-hmm.
3, 2, 1. Oh my goodness. Wait, she looks so familiar.
Mm-hmm. I got you. She's in, I think, Grownish.
And Grownish? Oh, this is she's from La Brea. She's in a show called La Brea.
Oh, what is that show? What is that? I want to know.
I've never seen it.
What
it's
is
an ABC show, I think.
Let me see. What is her name? Marcia Martin. I got you.
This girl's name is Zyra.
Because the way she's described,
she's so pretty.
Like,
I know who she is though. She looks so familiar.
I was like, this girl, like the way Violet described, is like drop dead gorgeous. So
I was thinking it's because the thing in my head, I was thinking more of like the English, like thinking like medieval English. So like for me, like
that's good.
The androgynous girls are always the most beautiful, the most gorgeous ones. Like she just has she looks good in both aspects. But
she
like
looks badass.
I couldn't find any. Yeah, that's the thing. Because to me, Kat is badass too. Like she's beautiful, but she's badass. But I couldn't find like a picture of her with blonde hair because she has brown hair in mostly everything. In the picture, she is blonde. She's like too young, so it didn't give the vibes that I wanted. You know?
Yeah, but also the Violet described like her body is teen. I was like, her body is teen.
Yeah,
so
her body is
so teen. I don't know. I thought it would be great to have like just another beautiful actress on screen. Like I don't. That's like the only excuse I got for y'all.
But yeah, no, That's the fan casting.
That's
We flew through those because last time we took forever.
Well, because we were just so excited and we had to explain a little more. And now for Onyx Storm, like looking more into it, I don't know how much of a fan cast we could really get into. I mean, depending on the characters, but it's like at that point, like dang, like I really.
We'll see though, because we didn't do some of the other flyers. We didn't do.
Yeah.
There might be new people. Maybe Venom might become.
Yeah. I'm curious if we're ever going to meet the Sage.
Exactly. So you never know.
Another Palpatine. It's giving Palpatine.
That's what everyone keeps saying. This
Really? Oh wait. Let's end off. What theories have you come across? Like when you just scroll through TikTok? Because I cannot think of one.
That was like the only ones from before that like
his dad, Dane's dad.
Dane's dad might be working for the Venom or be a leader in the Venom. What was the other theory? I saw that the doom of Violet and Zayden is going to be similar to Padme and Anakin, where one is going to be sacrificing themselves for the other, but fall to madness.
Yeah.
Like
I hope Rebecca does not kill one of them.
I have a feeling.
No.
She don't give a fuck. She said it before. She said she doesn't. She's like, death is a part of life, and I'm. But no, because I was telling Issa, I saw a video.
Okay, go on. Explain.
I saw a video of her at one of her. She was doing a book tour or whatever, and she said out of context, or somebody asked her something, but she said that like, oh, no, nobody's safe. Like nobody's ever safe with me. So, and she's like, but one of your favorites died in book 4,
and it's gonna be Riddick. It's gonna be Riddick.
Oh my god.
It's gonna be Riddick. It's gonna be Riddick. Who's dying in book 3 then? That's what I'm thinking.
Well, the internet.
Well,
knows.
I think
we don't know yet.
I think Riddick actually dies in book 3, and in book 4 it might be a sibling. I think it's gonna be a sibling.
No, I think a sibling dies.
Really? I think. Do you think it's Brennan?
Yes. I don't know why. I don't know. I feel like she brought him back just to take him out again. Like she didn't bring him back, but you know what I mean. Or there's gonna be some sort of betrayal.
There has been, but
but I feel like there's gonna be some sort of betrayal within the inner
Imogen
circle.
Since book 1. Since book 1, Imogen got a little something.
I don't know, but she's changed. Like at the end of Fourth Wing, like she's kind of like forced to like protect and help Violet because of Zayden. But by the time of Iron Flame, she's like, you can tell she's become like a close like confidant for Violet. But like instead of Zayden, like she's become more close with Violet than Zayden now. But I don't know. I feel like there's going to be some sort of betrayal, like not necessarily the siblings, but somewhere in the inner circle. There's going to be some sort of betrayal.
Do you think? Oh, you know what's also good? Going back to Rhiannon always wanting information from Violet. What if she?
It's not that she wanted information.
No, she wanted to be in on what Violet is doing, what Violet is doing. So what if that is also like she's trying to collect information too? Same thing with Dane, but she's doing it on purpose. Like really?
No, I don't see. Rhiannon doesn't give me the vibes that she would betray. She seems too loyal and too like for the one she loves. Like she seems like the one who would sacrifice herself for the one she loves.
So a character we all love is Riddick. I'm scared.
Yeah, you know what? Rebecca's fucked up if she does that.
If she kills him all.
But no, I think I would have seen that spoiler already. I'm not gonna lie, because the internet loves him so much.
The way they describe him riding his dragon and being badass, it's like I'm scared.
Let us know if you guys think it would be fun if we made like pick a song for every character or something.
Oh, God.
Or like make a playlist. That would be fun.
That'd be so much fun. Yeah, we'll help with the soundtrack. Oh my God. Wait, do you think Rebecca is putting aside like a good 10 million just so Taylor can make a song for the show?
Bro, that would be fire as fuck.
Like, oh, but like what type of vibe? I'm thinking like better than Revenge. I don't want to live forever.
I wonder if I know Taylor reads, but I wonder how much like if she reads any kind of fantasy or anything like that.
I don't think she does.
Yeah, because somebody asked her like, do you think that Taylor might be a fan of Fourth Wing? And I'm like, hey, you never know. We would never literally know.
We won't know. I hope she is into fantasy because with storytelling and stuff, it seems like she's tapped into it, but she seems like a.
I need her to go back to her Hunger Games.
Oh my God, that would be so good.
Yeah, but wow.
That'd be so good. So then she writes a song for season 1, and Olivia writes for season 2.
But yeah, Iron Flame was a journey. It's been a journey. I'm excited for Onyx.
That's the word I was looking for. There's lots of discourse with this book.
There is, yeah.
There's a lot of discourse, and people are saying there's a lot of plot holes and stuff. And I hope what people need to understand too, writing a book is oh my god, it is a huge undertaking, but I think this book, this series it has such great foundation that it's going to be like how the Bridgerton TV show got adapted to Netflix. It's going to be better. Like the books, they say it's good, but like the TV show is even better.
I'm just hoping it's better.
It can only be better
because it's very rare. It's very rare. It's very rare. It's very...
I hope so, but
I mean, yeah, that's it for this video. This is a long book review, guys.
Long book review, but hopefully you enjoy. Next book is going to be The Great Big Beautiful Life by Emily Henry.
I'm excited to read it.
Really, really excited. Join our book club on Fable. Subscribe. Follow us on YouTube, on Instagram and TikTok.
At Phantom Rumor Cafe, everywhere.
Yes. And that's it. Let us know who you think is going to die in book 3.
Yeah, let us know what your fan theories are without spoiling anything.
I swear
for
to God,
Onyx
if y'all
Storm.
spoiling.
Preface, we have not read Onyx Storm. How many times are we going to say it? Like,
We have not read the book. I swear to God, if y'all say
probably
some
read
fuck
it sooner
shit.
than later. But
We are. But all right. That's it for today.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Fly or die.
Fly or die forever.